is now underway after a double dose of severe storms pounded the area Wednesday, leaving quite a mess. Good afternoon to you. Glad you're joining us. I'm Tara Brantley.
And I'm Pat Hoffman. Last night's storms knocked down dozens of trees and power lines all across our viewing area. One of the areas that was hit the hardest was by Parkview Field. That's where we find News Channel 15's Janice Allen, who joins us live. Janice, just how bad was the damage?
Well, Pat, it is pretty bad here. I'm here on Brandeis Street, just south of Parkview Field, and take a look. I'm standing in the middle of some of this. People living here said it sounded like a freight train as the storms moved through. And if you take a look at this whole entire block, it's just a big, complete mess. Trees in the road, trees blocking the doorways and the doors of some of the houses here, and of course several trees that toppled over onto cars, nearly destroying them. Some people living here were awake and they heard the storm and saw some of its aftermath immediately after. Others woke up this morning to see just what the storms had done.
And what I saw, when I got to the doorway and stuck my head out, I seen sparks to my left and a tree coming down. Next thing you know, I felt a gush of wind push me back in the garage. And I'm 300 pounds, and I don't know how that happened.
I didn't know what to think. I really didn't know what to think. It was bad, really bad. But thank God the streetlights.
And of course, now assessing all the damage is the first step towards cleaning up the Summit City from those strong storms. Joining me to talk about that is Al Mull with the city's Parks and Recreation Department. And Al, I imagine there's a lot of calls of trees down all across the city. Just how bad is it?
Well, it's actually a little more devastating than we thought. What you see here is probably after a lot of the cleanup, but we've got over 100 calls right now. We probably see damage of well over, probably close to 200 trees. We had crews out all night. As soon as we got word of the storm, our forestry crew convened down a lot, and they started distributing. We have an emergency plan to respond immediately. That was all part of the mayor's agenda. And then after that, the guys and the team worked all night, took a couple-hour break, and they'll work for about another 8 or 9 hours, but we want them to take a rest because, 24 straight hours will drive anybody. As far as the damage situation, I think at a minimum it's too early to state an exact number, but it's well in the six figures. But this area was hit pretty bad. We haven't even looked at the parks yet. Yeah. But we'll focus on getting the streets cleaned up. We'll get the trees cut down so citizens don't have to worry about that. And then we'll also eventually come back and get the stumps. That'll take a while. But I would advise the citizens, stay away from fallen trees, stay away from branches, stay away from power lines. If you have a problem, either call 311 or 427-6400. Let us know about it because we can't see everything. But we'll get it taken care of. All we want is a citizen safe, and that's our job.
Al Mull, thank you for joining us today. I'm sure it's going to be a busy day ahead for you guys. Thank you so much, and a busy day for us. We will keep you covered on the cleanup and all the storm damage throughout the day here on News Channel 15 and also on our website, wayne.com. But for now, reporting live near Parkview Field, I'm Janice Allen, News Channel 15.
A lot of mess out there, Janice. Thank you. And that is not the only place where there's a lot of damage in Fort Wayne. There's also a big mess to clean up on Goshen Road between Independence and Butler. Police tell us part of a metal roof blew off a building and got tangled in the power lines. Crews blocked off the area hours ago so they could start clearing debris. No word yet on just how long that's going to take.